In 1944, I turned 13 years old. But while I'm starting to talk to 1944 on, because that's when my life changed. In March of 1944, the Germans invaded Hungary. And right away, the Jewish people's life changed. Like I said, there were so many episodes. I think God just wanted me to stay alive so we can tell our story, because there's some people who say the Holocaust never happened. And I'm living proof that it happened, and you can survive it. You just have to keep on going and never give up. And with all the hardship I went through, I still feel very blessed that I can sit here in front of you and tell you my story, because I have this wonderful family of 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. So it makes my worth life living for. I would tell them to never be a bystander, to always go for the truth and try to help. If you see something, even I tell the children, in the school-age children, if they see something wrong, they should tell their elderly, their parents, their teachers, and not to let them fix it itself. And maybe we will have a better world if we can all work together for a better world. When I look at the children, and they're so interested in my story, and I'm in such pain when I tell them, it makes my pain worthwhile. And if sometimes I have a hard time, I start crying because they cry. The children get emotional themselves too. But most of the time they will always ask me, what was the worst thing what happened to you when you were in the camps? Because altogether I was 14 months. And I said, when I lost my parents, within seconds, and I was 13, not a goodbye, no nothing. So when I tell the children, when you go home tonight, whoever takes care of you, hug them and tell them you love them, because I would have loved to do it, and I didn't have a chance. They always wanna find out, their grandparents, and I always tell them they were the most loving people we ever could have. They always lived for the family, and that's what I'm trying to do too, because family is very important. Now they want me to write down everything completely, even my recipes, what I'm cooking, and so they have more, because next week or in 2 weeks I'll be 85 years old, so how much, I don't have that much, I don't know how much time I will have, but my forgiveness, that's what I also tell the children. Don't hate and try to forgive, because if you don't forgive, you hurt yourself. There's some survivor who don't agree with me, and they are miserable. It makes it very hard. You can't consume your whole life. Just, there's not a day that I don't remember. I can forgive most of the people. I cannot, I'm still working to Hitler or Mengele or Goering or the big instigators. But for the rest, I always see something good in it, why they had to do it. And so it makes me feel a lot better that I'm like this. Even now, when somebody tells me something that this and this person did something, I said maybe they had a reason the way they said it. I try to make it look better for them. And sometimes they say you always interpret it a different way. I say it makes me feel better that I don't think that that person is that bad really. I want to tell the people to be better, to care about each other. And I ask God when I don't feel good, because I have bad days, don't take me yet because I have too much to do. This is for me, this is such a relief that I can tell this, and they really are interested. Last year we had over 20,000 children. And there's just 4 survivors we are talking to them. And it's hard on us. Sometimes we have three sessions a week, what is very hard to bring up all this. But like I said, when I look at those children and they look at me and they get so involved, I don't see one even yawning or anything. It makes our pain worthwhile, and we want to do this as long as we can. It's very important. I just want to tell my story the way I can, and because some people don't even know anything about this. We get children who don't have no idea what happened. Just a little education they get before they come to our memorial, and they get so interested. In the letters, you would see what I receive and the praises I get from the teachers, because even if they teach them from the books, but when a survivor comes, they say that's who survived and still can keep on going and believing in, it makes a whole bunch of difference. I haven't thought, not that much yet, but my husband always had a very good saying. He said it must be a very good place because nobody came back yet. That's my husband always said that, but I don't know. I really haven't never thought about it. But I don't see anything bad with it that they married out of it, because they love each other and they're so wonderful children. And I think everybody should feel like this too, because it maybe if we would mix more, there wouldn't be that much hatred. Yes, I tell them it's nothing like what we went through, and you can get over it. Don't make. That's what I tell the children. Look at me, I'm 84 right now. If I just think about me when you have hardship, that if I could survive and talk in front of you, you can do it, because with God willing, you will never go through something that bad what I will. But some things will look bad for you. You think it's the end of the world, but it's not. Just don't give up. I tell them, and believe in God. Well, I just can talk about my family. My family really appreciate my sister and I, that we're here. They want to know everything before we. And I think the people who I'm associated with, they respecting their elders is really a lot. And I think in our temple is really we every through Golden Manor we all have this beautiful luncheon and the bus rides, and I mean the taxi ride. We are really really taken, and if somebody cannot drive to the doctor, they will even do this for them. So I think I can talk about what I'm close to. I don't know with other people, but sure. And now that it's my birthday, they even, so my daughter and son-in-law coming in because the rabbi, they called me up, they want to bless me to go up on the pulpit. So it won't be on my birthday, the 25th, it will be on the 26th in the evening. So
how wonderful.
I said, there's too many old people, why you want me? To me, it's really, even though I come from a religious family, I love the Reform because we all believe in one God. So they just interpret it a different way, but at the end, it's always one God. For me, I could go to either one, but I love mine because I'm just so used to it. Because of my husband, they accepted me, and it was wonderful for me. And but I could go to any of the other ones. It doesn't make, I would fit in the same place like I do in mine, but at the end we all with one God.
Yes.
I wouldn't think so. They all care because we have very many Christian friends, and I even have a couple who are they don't have any children themselves. She's 96, and he's younger, and they have nieces and nephews who are really taking care of them, and I can see it. They care about them the same like we do. I don't see a difference. No, there's no difference. Like when I told my son, and I told him what the child asked me about us, and my son said, "Mom, that you now expressing yourself, you so much relief. You became a different person." My son said that to me last week.
Really?
He just said that because I'm happier person. Actually, that's what he said. And that's very important to keep busy. If you can't, you're not mobile, then with your mind, just keep busy, whatever. Just what I tell the other children, don't hate, and always be close to each other, because that's what when my husband and I went to Europe in our safety deposit, we always wrote a note for our children just in case we can't come back, to always keep together. Don't let that change your life. Just always stay close to each other. And that's what I tell my children too, because we lost so many family members. Family is the most important thing for us. I mean, our friends are very important also, but family, it should be very important.